Hi everyone, this is Patty. I will be talking about mental health issues, specifically mood disorder, but I want to bring an increased awareness to mental health disorders and issues to the community. So let's define mood disorders. Mood disorders are characterized by a serious change in mood that can cause a disruption to life activities. Though many different subtypes are recognized, three major states of mood disorders exist: depressive, manic, and bipolar. Major depressive disorder is characterized by an overall depressed mood, whereas elevated moods are characterized by mania or hypomania. The cycling between both depressed and manic moods is characteristic of bipolar disorder. Statistically, mood disorders have been found to affect approximately 20% of the general population at any given point. More specifically, 17% of the U.S. population is thought to suffer from depression over the course of their lifetime, with bipolar disorder affecting only 1% of the general population. For this video, I will be focusing on depression, which is a type of mood disorder. Depression has many characteristics. It's an overall negative outlook on life, and I'm not talking about just having a bad day. I'm talking about something that will affect you from having a good quality of life. Typically, people have mood, cognitive, sleep, behavioral, whole body, and weight effects. People may experience a feeling of apathy, general discontent, loss of interest in things that used to be pleasurable, have mood swings or overall sadness. Person may have thoughts of suicide, problems sleeping, feel excessively irritable, socially isolated, and restless. Well, I fall into that category. I have a mood disorder, specifically depression, although bipolar cannot be ruled out, but mostly just encompasses a mood disorder. So I fall into that category of depression, with those characteristics of depression that were stated. It's not easy to talk about. Never actually disclosed it to anybody except, my friends or family, only because problems had arisen because of it. But I am much better now as I have gotten help. The reason that I want to open up about my mental illness is because I want people to know that they don't have to be afraid to disclose that. They don't have to disclose it, but the fact that society makes people feel that it's bad or wrong or that depression is not a real issue is incorrect. There is definitely help out there. What happened to me was I was having a lot of anxiety as well as depression. Anxiety is looking into the future, worrying about things, but an excessive worry about things that actually led me to having panic attacks. At first, I didn't know that I had a panic attack. It was a whole bunch of symptoms that basically makes you feel like you're dying. And if anyone has ever experienced a panic attack, you know what I'm talking about, which led me to the emergency room. Thought that I was actually dying, worried my family and my husband as well as myself, to find out that all lab work and all testing was absolutely normal. Even had a CAT scan of my head. Although feeling relieved that nothing was medically wrong, I still didn't have answers as to what it was. Looking in, following with help from my primary doctor, I had was told and diagnosed that I had a panic attack. Panic attack I mean, I've heard about it, but I never thought of having it or that would be me. I didn't even know that I had a problem with anxiety, as crazy that may sound, because that was my normal way of thinking. Um, so um, I ended up seeing a psychologist, and then also following up with a psychiatrist. My first appointment with the psychiatrist, I talked in length about my symptoms, of course, my family history, my social life, and all my symptoms that I was having, and all my lab work. And it was determined that I have a mood disorder, as well as generalized anxiety, specifically depression. Um, so I feel that I want to open up to you guys about this because I want you to know how I received help. And I am so thankful and appreciative for all the love and support of everybody, of all my friends and family and coworkers for helping me. I'm sorry to get a little emotional. It's only because it's hard to talk about and think about. Not that I live this every day, but it is a sensitive topic. But I still am willing to share this for the benefit of anyone that's watching this video. So, with a lot of treatment for this is psychiatric, evaluations, as well as cognitive therapy done by a psychologist. I've learned many, many different techniques of helping those ups and downs of depression. That helps me basically live a productive life. And I've seen videos out there and other things, even by people that claim they're doctors, that medicine, such as antidepressants or antipsychotics, may not be good, or that they have tons and tons of side effects, and basically saying that people shouldn't take them. I can only tell you about my experience, and certainly anyone that takes medication may be different for them. And it takes time to find the right combination of medication and therapy to help. It takes time, and you need patience to do that. I found by being in therapy, I had a lot of denial at first. Not denial about the panic attacks or the anxiety, but mostly denial that I've had depression. I explored myself, and I found that I basically was feeling inadequate of myself and my own abilities. So, by seeing both a psychiatrist and psychologist, I was able to start antidepressants. At first, I was wary, to start anything like that. But finding the right combination of medications and, again, therapy to use techniques to be able to think in a more productive and positive way, what we call mindfulness, or living in the here and right now instead of in the past or in the future, as in depression and anxiety. Basically, with medicine, I take Abilify, which is a mood stabilizer that prevents those ups and those downs being depression. I also take Effexor, which helps, thankfully, block any panic attacks, helps tremendously with the anxiety. But certainly with therapy from the psychologist, I was able to learn a lot of techniques of how to manage any anxiety or depression and the ups and downs that I was feeling. So that's in a nutshell, basically, I've been feeling great on a positive note. I'm feeling, much, much better about myself. I'm not just Patty with a mental disorder. I'm Patty, who is a registered nurse, who treats frontline work, treating with COVID patients. And I'm a wife and a daughter, and I like to sew and crochet and plant flowers and all of that. And I'm basically learned that mental health is important, yes, but it doesn't define you. And I want everybody to know that, and that it's important to get help, and that it's not your fault. It's a chemical imbalance in your brain. So I do hope that this video helps some people. I will put a link down below about a helpline that I've used in the past for anybody that is in serious need, and certainly they will help you out. Certainly if you're really struggling, maybe thoughts of suicide, you just want to go to the nearest emergency room, and know that there is always help out there, and that you don't have to feel that there isn't. Thank you very much.